Welcome to 1-800 Are You Flapping, Double Slapping, No Napping, Scrapping, and if you're keeping score at home, Unflappable. As far as opening hand goes, yes, we're going to keep it. I already clicked the keep button, but I liked it while I was talking, and so that's why I clicked OK. But yes, we have 3 planes in the hand. We have a little bit of protection, Mother of Runes for Zetalpa. We have a little bit of card draw in Mind's Eye, and some good mana sync activation with the Staff of Domination. Let's go ahead and lead off with the planes. Let's go for the Mother of Runes. There we go. Get old Mother down onto the battlefield, and we're going to pass turn to our opponent. We're playing Zetalpa, and actually, give me 1 second, check this out. Uh-oh. Boom, there we go. If you've seen some of the other Zetalpa videos, that may not be a surprise to you, but if this is the first one you clicked on, there you go. Look at that. It's beautiful. I found that on Twitter, and it's what made me want to make the deck, so and I'll go ahead and turn that off because I'll forget about it. Let's go and lead off with, Azor's Gateway. I like that. Get the planes down. Let's go for the Gateway. It's going to be 1-2. And then anything else, we're going to go and pass the turn to our opponent. We could swing it for 1 if we wanted to. We'll just go and leave up Mother Runes, I think, at this point right now. Okay, and then we get down the Azor's Gateway, and we're going to go and pass turn to our opponent. We're playing Zetalpa, Flying Double Strike, Vigilance Trample, and Indestructible. Playing against Alesha, who smiles at the thought of death. First strike, whenever Alesha attacks, you may pay white or black. If you do, return target creature card power 2 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield tapped and attacking. Our opponent's going to lead off with double planes, which may not be the best for them. We might be looking for some other colors. Let's go ahead and get the planes down. Do we want to go for... kind of wouldn't mind looting. We'll loot on our opponent's turn. Let's kind of see what they kind of start rolling out. That Dispense Justice actually might be pretty good. If we've got more artifacts on the battlefield, it'd be a little bit better. But we can still go for the Azor's Gateway activation on the back end. And in fact, let's go and bring up Azor's Gateway. I absolutely love this card. It takes a lot to get it online. 1 mana, draw a card, exile a card from your hand. Opponent's going to go for Thalia. Sacrifices an attacking creature. I think I want to go ahead and hold on to that. Let's go and go for the Azor's Gateway activation. We're going to go and exile the Apostle's Blessing at this point right now. Commander's Sphere, wonderful. We're going to get rid of the Apostle's Blessing. I think we're okay with that at this point right now. If we want to get down Mind's Eye, that's something we can definitely work towards. But with us getting the Commander's Sphere, we can get that down. And if we don't make the land drop, that'll allow us to at least kind of slowly start working towards Mind's Eye where we can get some good card draw going. Comeuppance, okay. I guess at this point, we can go for Commander's Sphere, and we'll be able to go for an activation off the Azor's Gateway. It's going to be 2, 4, 3. Exile land, that'll be 1. Actually, I kind of like leaving up Dispense Justice on this one. We have a lot of non-basic lands in here, even though we have a lot of planes in here. But if it enters the battlefield tapped, it's going to keep us coming off Zetalpa. So if our opponent does go for swinging with Thalia, we can go for the Dispense Justice, kind of catch our opponent snoozing over there, and then kind of go for that. Opponent will get down the Evolving Wild, so hopefully that'll allow them to kind of find whatever mana that they need. But yeah, so for Azor's Gateway, so once we exile those 5 different cards with 5 different converted mana cost, we gain 5 life, untap the Gateway, then we add X mana to our mana pool, where X is one color, where X is your life tool. So you sit here like we are playing right now, keep exiling a card per turn, and eventually get into spots where you have that. Alright, let's go ahead and go for the Dispense Justice. Target player sacrifices an attacking creature. Should have played around it, buddy. Should have played around Dispense Justice. We're going to... And so, a little bit about this Zetalpa deck. We have a ton of... see what our opponent's going to do in response to that. There we go. Get out of here, Thalia. So we have a lot of gotcha. White has a lot of gotcha cards. Stuff like Mana Tide, Dispense Justice. So I'm running a lot of that in here. You can see we have Comeuppance in the hand. It's always a lot of fun. We draw into Steel Shaper's Gift. Search your library for an equipment card. Let's see if we can't hit the land drop for the turn. The good thing about Azor's Gateway is it allows you to draw a card. Oh, there we go. That's exactly what we needed. Actually, let's go ahead and do this. Let's go ahead and get rid of the Commander's Sphere. Now, here's the deal. If we go for Gift of Estates and our opponent cracks the Evolving Wilds in response, and we're not really going to end up with, we'll have the same. Let's go ahead and get rid of, we'll go and get rid of Staff. I think I'm okay with that. It's going to be 2 different cards. Like I said, we could go for the Gift of Estates, but if our opponent does crack the Evolving Wilds in response to that, it's basically going to counter the spell. So we're going to wait for them to crack the Evolving Wilds, and then we'll go for it next turn. And then hopefully kind of start rolling from there. Yeah, they might have not gone for that play, but that would have put us at exactly the same lands, and unfortunately that's I don't want to have that. It's a good way for us to get 3 planes into the hand so we can make the rest of our land drops and get down Zeltalpa. So we're definitely going to go for that. Now, as far as having Azor's Gateway online, we are looking at a 2-drop and a 3-drop. Draw 2 cards, lose 2 life. We're looking at a 2-drop and a 3-drop. So we do have comeuppance in the hand. So that's something that we can either exile, or if our opponent's going to be swinging with a lot of creatures, and kind of get that going. But we're probably going to go for that Gift of Estates. And then I just like leaving up Mother of Ruins at this point right now. We need to... we could be swinging in with her, but with Zetalpa, once you get down Zetalpa, usually if you get one piece of equipment on the battlefield, you're looking at a 2-turn combat step with Zetalpa closing it out. So trying to get little incremental damage off stuff like Mother of Ruins it's not bad, but your time could be served doing other things, or at least leaving up Mother of Runes in this particular case. So we're going to go for Gift of Estates, search your library for up to 3 plains cards. It's going to be 1, 2, and 3. There we go. Let's go and make the land drop for the turn. Do we want to go ahead and loot? It's going to be 1, 2. Yeah, we'll go and loot. We can still go for Steel Shaper's Gift if we want to. So we have a 2 and a 3, and it's going to be Worn Power Stone. Let's go and exile one of the planes. That does count. It's 0 converted mana cost. Let's go and go for that Steel Shaper's Gift. Search your library for an equipment card, reveal it, put it into your hand, and shuffle your library. Probably what we're going to do on this one is go for Sword of Feast and Famine. It's actually going to be red, so we'll actually... protection from black and green. I would assume... Let's see how we want to do this one, actually. Hero's Blade. Let's go Hero's Blade. I actually like that a lot better. Let's go Hero's Blade. I was thinking about going for some of the protection, but with them being 3 colors, whatever we choose is probably not going to be the right card. So grabbing Hero's Blade, it's going to enter the battlefield. Zeltalpa does cost 8 total mana. So once we get down Zeltalpa, we can... have Hero's Blade automatically go on there, and it has that indestructible. So that if we don't really have sort of the black and white one. I can't remember what it's called, but we don't have protection from white. So even if they do have some spot removal, something like Path to Exile, whatever protection equipment we get, it's not really going to protect Zeltalpa. So getting down something like Hero's Blade, usually that's more than enough because it puts us at a 7/8. You swing in one time with Zeltalpa, that's going to be 14 total commander damage, and then it's pretty much going to give you 2 combat steps for you to be able to kind of go ahead and close it out. So we'll kind of see what's going on. But yes, the 1-800, are you flapping? I said it earlier, but look at that. Sorry about that. Let's make sure we click on the 1-800. There we go. And I don't know, I saw it on Twitter, and it made me want to build Zeltalpa, and every once in a while when I see funny stuff like that, it's kind of what made me pick the EDH Lounge to do Zeltalpa, which, in fact, if you haven't seen it, go check it out. The EDH Lounge is a multiplayer thing that I do with... PJ from Commander Replay. He has a really great channel. In fact, if you like Commander stuff, go check his stuff out. Eli, which has been a friend of the channel, he recently started a channel for his store called Cardboard Confrontation. So definitely check that one out. They do a lot of Commander and Pauper stuff, and they do a couple of the 93, 94 formats. So if that's something that you kind of want to get going, go check that out. It's a lot of fun. And then obviously Mudsta, who puts out some wonderful, wonderful condensed and well-edited multiplayer games. So we all get together and play some 4-player Commander, mic it up, and have some fun. And the last time we did the EDH Lounge Goes to the Jungle. We all picked a dinosaur. I picked Zeltalpa. Mudsta picked Nazal. Maybe that's how you say it, the blue dinosaur. PJ, who is very at his core, at his heart, red-white, he picked Altali. And then Eli, he picked Gahalta, however you say it. Anyway, big mono green commander dinosaur. Okay, the opponent does go for the Buried Alive. They end up with Master of Cruelties, Stinkweed Imp, and World Gorger. So let's see if there's not any way that we can maybe dig for a little bit of an answer to kind of keep that Master of Cruelties from coming across. Now with Comeuppance, prevent all damage will be dealt to your planes. If damage would be from a creature sorted in this way, deals that much damage to that creature. So unfortunately, we'll at least be able to take care of Alesha, be able to take care of the World Gorger, enters the battlefield, return... Yeah, whenever it enters the battlefield, exile all permanents you control. Whenever it leaves the battlefield, return the exiled cards you control to the battlefield under their owner's control. Alright, so we're still lining for Comeuppance. That's something we definitely want to go for. Let's see what we draw into. Draw into Cast Out. Actually, that's an absolutely wonderful draw. I love it. Let's go to get the planes down. It's going to keep us off Alesha for a little bit. And then we can still go for Comeuppance. What's the best use of our resources this turn? So we would definitely want to go for Cast Out. That's going to be 1, 2, 3 total mana on the Worn Power Stone. Either way, we're going to be cut off just a little bit. We may have to go for just straight up Cast Down. In fact, let's go for that now. That's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to go ahead and take care of Alesha, keep her off the battlefield. And once again, we're going to go and leave up Mother of Runes, simply just as a sitting there looking pretty at this point right now. So we're going to go for cast out, get Alesha off the battlefield, a little bit of a tempo play, and that's still going to leave us on an Azor's Gateway to exile something. Now we're looking at 023. So at this point right now, basically the only other thing that we can really exile with the Azor's Gateway is going to be Mind's Eye. That's going to be different. If we can somehow find a 1-drop, that's going to put us online for Azor's Gateway next turn. Then we can kind of go from there. All right. So we take care of Alesha. She's going back to the command zone. Anything else, we're going to pass turn our opponent. We'll go for an Azor's Gateway activation on the back end and kind of get that going. I'm excited about Azor's Gateway. Let's see if we can't get it flipped. That'd be really fun to do. I always like little things like that in Magic. Like, if we're going to lose to Alesha, obviously if we're playing Commander, we want to win. But if we end up losing, you can always have fun little side victories or side pots with yourself. If we can get Azor's Gateway to flip, that'd be a lot of fun. It'd be a lot of mana. It's kind of, it's got me wanting to, alright, opponent draws for the turn. It's got me wanting to, I want to get this into Gonti or something like that. And I think I may have to put that in there. I like that. There's a lot of times, sometimes, we want to get down Gonti as much as possible. But there are some times where you kind of stall out. Maybe you don't have the card draw. The Azor's Gateway, I mean, it's a good card. It's kind of one of those cards that I'm just like, man, this is pretty much good in any sort of commander deck that has trouble with card filtering. I mean, because you would run this Azor's Gateway 2 mana, 1 mana loot pretty much any day. And the fact that once you kind of loot different converted mana costs, you get Sanctum of the Sundown, that's always awesome. But for the most part, having 1 mana to be able to loot, the fact that you get to draw a card first and then exile a card, that makes the world of difference. If it was the other way around, it'd almost be unplayable because you don't know what you're going to draw into. The fact that you can do that makes a huge difference, especially for stuff like mono white, where you just don't really have a lot of way to manipulate the top part of your library. It's going to go for an Azor's Gateway activation. Draw a card, then exile a card from your hand. Ooh, that's would be wonderful for Azor's Gateway. Let's go ahead and exile. Yeah, make sure we're doing that right. We can go and exile Dreamstone Hedron. Yeah, there we go. Okay, this is going to be 0236, and that's actually going to put us on. Boy, that's a lot of mana. And we can exile the Mind's Eye next turn and have that online. Oh, yes, I'm loving it. We can get down Zetalpa and then go for the Comeuppance and then kind of take care of that War Gorger because it will have flying. But last time we checked, Zetalpa has flying too. Drawn to Inventor's Fair. We're a little bit far away from that. Let's go ahead and get the planes down. Make sure we're doing this right, because when we leave up mana for Comeuppance, yeah, let's go and do that. Alright, get the planes down. Let's go for the Azor's Gateway activation. Draw a card, then exile a card. We're going to go and exile that Mind's Eye. Oh, look at that. And we're going to go ahead and add 35 mana to... Let's go Hero's Blade. Look at that. Oh, yes, that is sweet. Get down the Hero's Blade. Let's go and get down. This is pretty much whatever we want to do. We can get on the battlefield. 33 mana. I did think about running the white spell that allows you to... oh, this is just brutal. I love it. I did think about running the white spell that allows you to put a bunch of cat tokens on the battlefield. But I just thought it'd be... if we're in a spot to get down Sanctum of the Sun, I don't know. Anyway, but yeah, it feels pretty good. Let's go for Zetalpa. We have more than enough mana to go for that. And then with the Zetalpa on the battlefield, what we're probably end up doing is we'll crack the Commander Sphere just to draw an additional card. Yes, we're going to use that ability. Yes. We're going to attach Zetalpa on there. And we still have Mother Runes up to kind of protect against any sort of spot removal. Yes, we're going to use that ability. Let's go ahead and draw a card. See if we can't utilize that or maybe hit another Voltron piece or something like that. Draw to another planes. Okay, that's fine. Glad there's not mana burn. Anything else, we're going to go and pass the turn to our opponent. I'm going to go ahead and leave up Mother of Runes, and then we're going to go and pass the turn. Now, our opponent can play double white, double black, return target creature card power 1 or less to the battlefield. So with Comeuppance, we'll kind of see what they're going to search up. If they go for the Master of Cruelties, target creature gets -1/-1 until end of turn. Oh no. Okay, so maybe they do have some spot removal for Zetalpa. Let's go and do this. Let's go ahead and, I guess technically, yeah, we'll give Mother of Runes protection from black. That way we can keep her on the battlefield, but that may be setting us up for them getting something off Zetalpa. Maybe some spot removal. We'll see. Now, as far as them bringing back, so there's going to be World Gorger, enters the battlefield, exile all permanents you control. It's going to be 7/7 Flying Trample. The Master of Cruelties, or at least hopefully can be able to block. Whenever it attacks and isn't blocked, that creature's life total becomes 1 and assigns no combat damage. So we're still going to be able to get out from underneath the Master of Cruelties. And I highly doubt they're going to go for Stinkweed Imp. That might be something. I don't know. I doubt it, but they could go for it if they wanted to. But yeah, hopefully we kind of survive this turn. It's going to be us swinging in for a 7-10 next turn. Now, as far as artifacts go, we do have Inventor's Fair. That's going to be 1-2. We're only sitting at two total artifacts. So we're not going to be online for Inventor's Fair. Only if you have 3 or more artifacts. So if we can somehow find another artifact, we'll be online for that, and we can kind of go from there. Okay, an opponent's going to be going to the combat step. Let's see what they're going to go for. Out of the graveyard. Alesha's going to be swinging in. You may pay 2 mana. If you do, return target creature card power 2 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. And they are going to go for the Master of Cruelties. So, what we can do is we go for the comeuppance. It's definitely going to take care of Alesha, and we'll get rid of that that Master of Cruelties trigger, because whenever it attacks and isn't blocked, let's go ahead and go for. We'll go for the comeuppance on our opponent. It's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. Man, I love this card. Prevent all damage that be dealt to you and Planeswalker you don't control this turn. We do need to block the Master of Cruelties, First Strike, Death Touch. It's going to have Indestructible, so we're going to be able to get around that at this point right now. Can only attack alone. Yeah, so we're going to be able to chump block on that one. We go to 30, because actually for the Master of Cruelties connects. Our Sanctum of the Sun is not going to be that hot. It's not going to be that good. So that's the good thing about having a Sanctum of the Sun online, is that if something does happen to Zetalpa and we kind of maintain a little bit of a life total, we can kind of keep Zetalpa going on the battlefield. All right, see what our opponent's going to go for. Now, the Master of Cruelties trigger will still, it's still going to count, because our life total is going to become 1, but at least we're going to get around that comeuppance. All right, there we go. And we'll see if our opponent has any sort of spot removal before we go to the blocker step. All right, we're going to go and name Zetalpa the blocker on the Master of Cruelties. And the good thing about Zetalpa is it does have Vigilance, so we're going to be able to swing in this turn. Going to take care of the Master of Cruelties, send Alesha back to the command zone. That's going to be a 5. That's going to be 7 total mana. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. Yeah, so it's actually going to be 1 away from Alesha. So we're going to be able to swing in next turn and then get some good stuff going. I was still laughing that we got Sanctum of the Sun down and just dumped everything out of our hand. So you can see, we are playing mono white. We didn't have that good of a hand, but next thing you know, we go for Sanctum, get that online. Because I thought about it, I was like, man, maybe we could hold on to Mind's Eye, get some good card draw going, which would have been nice. Destroy target. All right, there we go. Vindicate. A little too late. We got Zetalpa going. That's what matters. All right, so we miss out on the land. We're back to our peasant mana, but we got everything out, and that's what matters. We don't really have any X spells to worry about. All right, rebuff the Wicked. Oh, wonderful. I guess at this point right now, I'm just going to get the Inventor's Fair down. It's going to push in for 7-10. That's going to be a 14 body coming across. And then with the Buff the Wicked, we'll leave up Mother Rune. We've got some great protection at this point right now. Mother Rune's protection for Zetalpa. We have a Rebuff the Wicked if they do actually target Zetalpa. So we're good. Alright, puts them down to 15. Anything else, we're going to go pass turn to our opponent. But you can see this is pretty much what we're looking to do with Zetalpa. Ramp, get a bunch of artifacts out there, keep Zetalpa protected, and then start swinging in with those wings to get the flapping going. It's always good. Okay, an opponent's going to pass the turn. Let's see what they have. They kind of tapped the black mana, but they really didn't get anything down. But I think either way, we're going to be able to kind of squeeze this one out, because we'll be able to get the Zetalpa coming across. Let's go and make the lane drop for the turn. Let's get the planes down. Let's go and swing in with that 17. Oh, yes. All right. Swinging in. About the really only thing would be like double sacrifice. That would kind of be about the only thing that they could maybe have. Target creature gets -2/-2 until end of turn. Okay. Let's go ahead and do this. Let's go Mother of Runes, choosing Mother of Runes. If they've got a sacrifice spell, this really, and we've got Rebuff the Wicked, so if they target Zetalpa, it's not really going to matter. So we can counter that one. So let's go ahead and go Mother of Runes, Swords of Plowshare on that one. Okay, there we go. Counter target spell that targets a permanent you control. Boom! Rebuff the Wicked. No, Zetalpa's not going to the farm. We've got some work to do. We're not finished. Oh, did they have it? Let's see if they have another piece of removal. All right. Okay, end the turn. At the beginning of your next end step, you lose the game. All right, let's see if they got this. Okay. Talk about a weird turn of events. Okay, that's fine. Pass the turn back over. And let's see if they can close it out. They have to get down Zetalpa. Well, talk about, if we were to take, not that we're betting people around here, but if we were going to take bets, would we have a Source of Plowshare, Rebuff the Wicked, Glorious End turn? That's what makes Commander great. All right, opponent's going to go for Animate Dead on World Gorger. Let's see. Okay. Enters the battlefield, Flying Trample. exile it, all of the permanents you control, and then whenever it leaves it, put it back onto the battlefield. Return everything back. It's going to be animate dead. And so animate dead comes back. This might be a loop. I might pause it to see if they're going to go for a loop at this point right now, if that animate dead. Okay, the opponent scoops it up. Not really sure what that was about, but anyway, I mean, I guess they were getting some loop stuff going. I know you can kind of go infinite with World Gorger Dragon, but I'm not really sure what was going on right there. But anyway, we close it out. We had Zetalpa. That was a wonderful last turn. We went for Rebuff the Wicked, Swords to Plowshare, and then some wonderful Glorious End. But anyway, you can see it's pretty much what we want to do with Zetalpa. Get down a bunch of artifacts. You know, Zor's Gateway, it's a great way to filter in something like a mono white deck, and then once we get it online, you can see how explosive it was to be able to tap out for 35 mana. And okay, sorry about that. Whenever the game ends, it sends it back to my desktop, and not that I have anything to hide, but it just doesn't make for good production. If you see my desktop all of a sudden, I like to keep it onto the game state. So opponent, they do scoop it up finally. They had a loop going, but I'm not really sure what they're going to do for that. But anyway, we had Zetalpa down, and this is exactly what you want to do with Zetalpa. And if you enjoyed the video, like and subscribe. Thanks. Bye.